Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. The Warriors' history will always have Draymond Green's name written on it, but due to the last few seasons that were not successful, some NBA analysts understand that it is time for the Warriors to end the cycle with Draymond Green and start to reform the team. The rival Lakers have already shown interest in defender Draymond Green. In addition to the Lakers needing a defender, Green is friends with LeBron James. The Los Angeles Lakers could be Draymond Green's landing spot if he does not remain with the Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are facing a challenging offseason ahead of them as they decide how to bolster their roster ahead of next season. According to Ikanch Chaudhary on NBA Analysis for Sporting News, trading the 35-year-old Draymond Green could rejuvenate the roster for Stephen Curry's final championship run while allowing for the development of younger talent. Draymond Green's detrimental impact on winning. Green's defensive prowess and playmaking skills remain invaluable, but his on-court and off-court issues have cost the Warriors essential wins, potentially limiting the team's future. His contributions to the Warriors' 4 championships are significant. His ability to facilitate plays has enhanced Curry's effectiveness off the ball, and his 2017 Defensive Player of the Year award illustrates his defensive skills. However, his controversies have often hurt the team. For example, his 2018 public dispute with Kevin Durant during a game against the Clippers created tension in the locker room, which contributed to Durant's departure. Additionally, his altercation with former teammate Jordan Poole during training camp damaged team chemistry, leading to a challenging 2022-23 season. Green has faced multiple suspensions, including a 2016 finals ban for striking LeBron James and a 2023 playoff ejection, which left the Warriors shorthanded during critical moments. These mistakes, along with his frequent technical fouls, have undermined Golden State's focus and performance. Green's presence has hindered Jonathan Kuminga's progression. Green's role in Steve Kerr's small ball lineups, often positioned as a center, restricts the growth of players like Jonathan Kuminga. At just 22 years old, Kuminga is a rising star, averaging 15.3 points in the 2025 playoffs despite facing injuries during the regular season. His athleticism and scoring ability are essential for the team's future after Curry, but Green's involvement as a power forward and small ball center limits Kuminga's playing time. Trading Green could fully unlock Kuminga's potential, allowing the team to balance immediate competitiveness with long-term prospects. Moving Green's $25.8 million contract might enable the Warriors to acquire a rim-protecting center or a scoring wing to fill these gaps. While Chaudhary proposes a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, more realistic targets could better complement Curry's playing style. Why it's time for the Warriors to move in a different direction. Supporters of Green emphasize his leadership and chemistry with Curry, arguing that his playmaking and defensive IQ are irreplaceable. While that may be true, his past mistakes have had serious consequences, resulting in lost games, broken trust, and playoff challenges. Trading Green would signify a painful transition, marking the end of a dynasty-defining era. However, with Curry's prime coming to a close, the Warriors must consider whether to prioritize loyalty or progress. Elevating Kuminga and investing in youth could prolong their contention window. While Green's legacy is secure, his errors have come at a significant cost to the team. A trade could be the practical move necessary to keep Golden State competitive. Warriors predicted to trade for Bucks player not named Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Golden State Warriors may not be a realistic landing spot for Giannis Antetokounmpo, but there are still moves to be made. Golden State is 1 or 2 key rotation pieces away from contention. After acquiring Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline, the team showed promise but fell short in the second round of the playoffs, hampered by Stephen Curry's injury. With a roster already boasting Curry, Butler, and Draymond Green, general manager Mike Dunleavy should be looking to add size and depth to the frontcourt. As free agency looms, one intriguing name has surfaced as a potential target for the Warriors. As part of the Steinline newsletter, NBA insider Jake Fisher recently shed light on the Warriors' offseason plans, highlighting a Milwaukee Bucks forward as a player to watch. Team executives expect Bobby Portis to have numerous potential landing spots in the mid-level market, although Milwaukee would like to bring back the 30-year-old forward, sources say. Golden State has always been a team to monitor for Portis, who has a notable fan in head coach Steve Kerr from their shared days during the 2023 FIBA World Cup competition with USA Basketball. Portis, a 6'10" forward center, brings a skill set that aligns with the Warriors' needs. His ability to stretch the floor and crash the boards would make him a natural fit alongside Curry and Butler. It sounds like it'll be tough for Golden State or anyone else to pry away Portis from Milwaukee, however, where Portis remains a fan favorite since winning a 2021 title there. The Warriors' interest in Portis predates their Butler acquisition, with reports indicating they eyed him at the trade deadline. With a $13.4 million player option for 2025-26, Portis faces a decision by June 29, opt in and stay with the Bucks or opt out for a longer-term deal elsewhere. Fisher's report suggests Portis could command offers in the mid-level market, potentially around $14 million annually, which Golden State could offer via a sign-and trade or their non-tax mid-level exception if they stay under the luxury tax. The Bucks' recent first-round playoff exits and uncertainty around Giannis Antetokounmpo's future could prompt a roster shakeup. As free agency nears, all eyes will be on whether Portis opts out and if the Warriors can secure the former sixth-man contender to round out their roster. The Golden State Warriors should be open to trading Draymond Green this summer. If Golden State is serious about retooling its roster to give Stephen Curry one more chance at a title, cutting ties with Green is a necessary evil. The Warriors simply don't have the cap space to add impact pieces if they keep Green, Curry, and Jimmy Butler on the payroll. If Golden State can move Green's $25.9 million 2025-26 salary in a blockbuster trade to enhance their championship odds, they must do so. But it won't be easy to convince a team to give up a star player for a package centered around Draymond, who at 35 is still a playoff asset but won't be for much longer. The Warriors would definitely have to use their first-round draft picks in 2029 and 2031 as sweeteners. Take a look at the following three-team trade proposal. Golden State would be reuniting Butler with his running mate from the Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo. Warriors receive Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson, expiring. Heat receive Jamal Murray. Jonathan Kuminga, sign and trade. Zeke Nagy. Jalen Pickett. Nuggets receive Draymond Green. Buddy Hield. Moses Moody. Kevin Love, expiring. Haywood Highsmith, expiring. 2025 number 20 pick, MIA. 2029 first rounder, GSW. 2031 first rounder, GSW. Is this trade plausible? The Kuminga sign-and trade aspect of the deal might have to officially be logged in a separate trade, but financially, the entire above exchange would work for all three teams involved. The next question, of course, is, would all three teams be interested in this deal? Golden State would be a go. Giving up Green, Kuminga, Hield, Moody, and 2 future firsts is quite a sacrifice, but it would be worth it to acquire Adebayo, one of the league's best big men in his prime who would form a championship-capable big three with Curry and Butler. Adebayo is also young enough, 27, to become Golden State's centerpiece in the post-Curry era. The Heat would hesitate strongly to move Adebayo, their best player, but then they might realize that their current roster built around Adebayo and Tyler Herro isn't going anywhere, even in a weak East. Snagging a potential future star in Kuminga would give Miami a new direction, and pairing Jamal Murray with Herro in the backcourt could have explosive results, keeping Miami in the playoff picture as they continue to retool. Murray could also be swapped at a later date for draft capital or young talent if the experiment failed. Additionally, moving off of Duncan Robinson's contract a year early is reportedly a priority for the Heat, and this trade would allow them to do that. Then we have the Nuggets, who would be deciding to end the Murray-Nikola Jokic era. While Denver might be reluctant to split up a duo that won a title together in 2023, Murray hasn't been quite the same player since that championship run. Trading him before his value depreciates further could be a savvy move, and in this deal, the Nuggets would be addressing one of their biggest issues, depth. Green, Hield, and Moody would give the Nuggets three really solid rotational pieces. Love and Highsmith aren't out of the question for 2025-26 either. Then there's the massive draft capital Denver would be acquiring in lieu of not snagging a superstar player in this deal. With the number 20 pick in a loaded 2025 draft, the Nuggets could get a really good player. They could also package that pick with other assets to move up in the draft even higher. The two first-rounders from Golden State in 2029 and 2031 promise to be valuable, too. Bam and Golden State. Heat and Nuggets retools. Who says no? Golden State Warriors are leaning one way on Kevin Durant trade idea. The Golden State Warriors suffered a disappointing end to their season when they fell to the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference semifinals. Their hopes of advancing took a significant hit in Game 1 when Stephen Curry left with a hamstring injury. As a result, Curry missed the next 4 games. There were hopes that he would have returned if the series had gone to 6 games, but the Timberwolves won the remaining 4 games to advance before falling to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. Golden State Warriors are leaning this way on Kevin Durant trade. The Warriors now head into the offseason looking to make changes to give them one more chance at an NBA Finals run next season. There have been many names circulating in the rumor mill as to who the Warriors could look to add, with one suggestion being a reunion with Kevin Durant. Durant won a pair of NBA championships and NBA Finals MVPs with the Warriors in 2017 and 2018. There were rumors that the two sides could have reunited at the trade deadline, but Durant urged the Phoenix Suns not to do the trade. However, according to Anthony Slater of The Athletic, there have been no discussions to date regarding a reunion. Despite losing 3 finals against Steph Curry, Kevin Love places Warriors guard on Mount Rushmore of NBA players. When speaking about the most impactful NBA players of all time, we have to mention Stephen Curry's name. The Golden State Warriors star has accomplished a tremendous list of feats through his 16-year career. Longtime competitor Kevin Love holds Curry in high regard, even placing his name among some legendary company. Love took the time to make a guest appearance on the Dub Dynasty podcast. The new narrative-style audio show takes listeners through the genesis and dominance of the Warriors dynasty. The host, Israel Gutierrez, reveals behind-the-scenes stories with contributions from a few of basketball's most prominent figures. If there is anyone who has plenty of stories regarding Curry and the Warriors, it's Kevin Love. He served as a key member of the Cleveland Cavaliers during the two teams' iconic duel in the NBA Finals. Despite their history, he put his pride aside to speak highly of Curry. "In our generation, he's certainly the greatest point guard and greatest shooter," Love said. "For what Steph has done for the game and revolutionized the game, he's certainly on that Mount Rushmore for guys that have changed it," Love proclaimed. "I can't say enough good things about him." Love went deep into Curry's long list of accolades to support his case. He mentioned Steph becoming the first unanimous MVP in NBA history for the 2015-16 season. His incredible record as the league's all-time three-point leader. Finally, his reputation as a true winner, which is reflected by his 4 NBA championship. Unfortunately for Love, 3 of Curry's titles came at the expense of his team. The Warriors and Cavaliers faced off in 4 consecutive finals from 2015 to 2018. Cleveland was able to win one of the matchups, which turned out to be the most memorable due to their 3-1 comeback against the 73-9 Warriors. Nonetheless, his personal history doesn't play a major part in his decision. From an objective lens, it's impossible to ignore Curry's overwhelming greatness. As it stands, Love views him as a top 10 player all-time. While Curry is in his twilight at 37 years old, he still has plenty left in the tank to potentially add more hardware to his already impressive resume. NBA legend Magic Johnson makes his feelings about Steph Curry clear. Steph Curry is one of the most iconic players in NBA history. The 2-time MVP helped change the game of basketball to focus more on three-point shooting. Basketball Hall of Famer Magic Johnson recently spoke about Curry. "Johnson, he's one of the greatest of all time. And then he changed the game forever. We've never seen anyone with the ability to shoot that ball that Steph Curry has. The greatest shooter we've ever seen in history. He also brought fans that we hadn't had in the NBA before. He brought kids. He's an icon, and there are only a few icons. He's beloved. There are very few athletes that have ever been beloved. He's definitely on my dream team as the greatest to ever play the game. His legacy and LeBron's legacy will live on forever.